person at a time.
11Alive News at noon starts now.
Georgia educators are now eligible for the COVID vaccine, a big step in getting children back into schools. We have a report from one of those vaccination sites where Governor Kemp is visiting. And a busy weekend for Atlanta police continues into Monday, a latest on what led to a shooting near Centennial Olympic Park. Just moments ago, Governor Kemp spoke at Gwinnett Place Mall. The site is vaccinating 1,800 people a day, every day this week. And now teachers are part of that group.
With us, we're so excited to be vaccinating teachers today, 600 of them just at this one site. So this is a great day for our state in the fight against the invisible virus. And we're looking forward to March 17th as well, where we'll have 5 additional sites that we'll have up and running. We're working on those currently to be ready for that supply.
Many teachers have been pushing for the expansion, saying it is a key factor in getting kids back in the classroom. If you are wondering whether you or a loved one falls under the state's expanded vaccination criteria, we have a helpful guide on 11alive.com. It lists every group that is now eligible to get the vaccine. U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock is in Atlanta today to hear the latest about the vaccine distribution in Georgia. His visit comes just days after the Senate passed the American Rescue Plan. The bill will invest about $20 billion into getting every eligible American vaccinated. Senator Warnock visited Morehouse School of Medicine first. His next stop is the mass vaccination site at Delta Flight Museum. There, he'll hear from locals and officials about what can be done on the federal level to get more Georgians vaccinated. The Biden White House has a lot on its plate this week: voting rights, gender equity, and the nearly $2 trillion relief bill the president hopes to sign into law as soon as tomorrow. Here is Tracy Potts with more.
The $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan is headed back to the House of Representatives for one final vote tomorrow.
We are very hopeful that the House is going to move quickly to pass this legislation.
Passed.
The Senate cleared it Saturday.
We said no matter what happened, we would not stop and power through and get it done. And by God, we did.
Without one Republican vote.
A lot of the changes in this bill came because of our gatherings and us working together.
Changes like dropping the extra federal unemployment benefit to $300 a week from $400. $1,400 payments are still there, phasing out for individuals making up to $80,000 and couples earning twice that. But the billions for schools and state and local governments, that's still a sore spot for Republicans.
This was a liberal wish list of liberal spending, just basically filled with pork. It didn't need to be this way.
The bill also includes money to speed up vaccine distribution.
We need to continue to accelerate the pace of shots per day.
And there's more.
Elected officials in 43 states have already introduced over 250 bills to make it harder for Americans to vote.
President Biden marking Bloody Sunday with an executive order making it easier for Americans to vote.
We're getting new information about an incident near Centennial Olympic Park this morning where 2 people were shot. Just hours ago, Atlanta police arrived to an apartment complex on Olympic Park Drive and found 2 men. Both had been shot multiple times. Investigators say the shooting happened during an argument. A witness who lives there says he saw one of the victims bleeding in the elevator and called 911.
I opened the door to the elevator. I saw a man slumped with a bit of blood pooling around him, with a small hole in his sweater.
Both men were rushed to the hospital. Police are still investigating the other details. A car fire in northwest Atlanta this morning is now a homicide investigation. It happened on Sisk Street around 2:30 a.m. Investigators say the fire was caused by a collision with a parked car. Once they got the fire out, they discovered a man in the front seat who had been shot. Detectives are now working to find the gunman.
12:04 is the current time, and take a live look at Georgia's Rome, where it's beautiful out there. Yeah. Depending on what side of the street you're walking on, you got some shade. Right, this side you're in the sun. Probably want to be in the sun this afternoon, at least right now. Temperatures are in the 50s, closer to 60 degrees in some spots, and so starting to feel a little bit better on the outside. Throughout the southeast, we're looking golden. really, from the mid-Atlantic all the way down. Not a whole lot going on. A couple clouds will start to roll our way in the coming days, but that's it. Already at 60 in Georgia's Rome now. 60 is a popular number. We got it in Atlanta over toward Carrollton. You got 61 degrees right now in Marietta, 57 in Duluth. You're at 62 degrees in Athens, 63 down in Thomaston and LaGrange, 55. That seems to be the cool spot all the way up there in Clayton and Rabun County this afternoon. So we're heating up nicely, and we'll continue to heat up, I think, this afternoon. Some spots will hit 70. Likely on the south side, 67 degrees. We're out forecast high temperature for today, so we'll watch for that. We're looking at 58 degrees with clear skies by tonight. If you like the warm air, stick around because it's going to get warmer as we go. 68 for tomorrow, but we jump up to 70 by Wednesday. By Thursday, we're looking at 72 degrees for the high temperature with mostly sunny start to the day. I think a few more clouds will be around during the afternoon, but still a dry afternoon for us, and we'll continue to warm up as we head toward the end of the week and into the weekend as well. But you know what else will go up? Yeah, the pollen numbers. I think by the middle of the week, if you haven't been taking your antihistamines, you need to start doing so right now. Going to have more on your weekend outlook coming up. Christy, back to you.
Ooh, Chesley, I'm already feeling it. All right, 2 people were hurt during an attempted robbery at a gas station. It happened near the busy racetrack gas station downtown at Piedmont and John Wesley Dobbs on Sunday. Officers say they believe the victims were attacked by several suspects who tried to rob them. That's when one was shot, another was hurt. Police have not released any other details about the suspects at this time. Police are looking for a man accused of trying to rob and sexually assault a woman in a Decatur parking garage. It happened at the 200 block of East Trinity Place yesterday morning. The woman told police a man pointed a gun at her and demanded her belongings. When she gave them over, she says he tried to assault her, but somehow she was able to get away. Police say this red Cadillac STS with no tags could be tied to the case. They're hoping to identify the driver. Turning to state politics now, several Georgia bills are trying to survive the day. It is crossover day at the Gold Dome, and if they don't get a vote, they're on hold until next session. There are a few big ones moving forward. One bill would allow family members to put cameras inside nursing homes. It passed the House on Friday, and now it moves to the Senate. Another would legalize betting on pro and college sports, but there is a catch. It wouldn't allow Georgia college sports. Today, jury selection began in the murder trial of Derek Chauvin. The former Minneapolis police officer pinned George Floyd to the ground and left his knee across his neck for more than 8 minutes before he died. Floyd's death sparked outrage and a movement for racial equality across the country. Jay Gray has a closer look at what to expect as this high-profile case gets underway.
We have nothing to lose but our time. We have nothing to lose but our time.
Anger, frustration, and calls for justice echo through downtown Minneapolis.
All right, what's your name?
George.
George?
George Perry Floyd.
287 days after George Floyd died, his neck pinned under the knee of Derek Chauvin.
It's never okay to hurt somebody like that. We shouldn't have to go to court for anything like this. We shouldn't have to.
But today, they will be in this courtroom as jury selection begins in the murder trial of the former police officer.
The goal should be is that there's a cross-section of jurors that's representative of different political viewpoints, different races, different genders, and then that promotes a confidence. So I think taking jury selection seriously in this case is critical for the entire country.
In a city that still has open wounds from riots after Floyd's death and worries about what could happen as the trial moves forward. Fencing and razor wires been put up, buildings downtown boarded up. Not police say for planned peaceful protest, but others joining the expected crowds outside the courthouse.
They seek to cause destruction and chaos in our city by using peaceful protesters as cover, by using them as a shield.
Law enforcement from at least a dozen agencies, all recently trained in nonviolent conflict resolution, will be on the ground through the verdict in this high-profile case.
More COVID-19 vaccines are going into the arms of Georgians today in an effort to slow the spread, but this may not be enough. Why medical experts say more shots won't necessarily end the pandemic.
And the fallout of this is just beginning.
The bigger questions are the longer legal ramifications.
Morning
news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
with all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush weekdays on 11Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a
Vaccines will certainly help bring an end to the COVID-19 pandemic, but medical experts say it's not going to happen overnight, and it won't happen with the vaccine alone. Why? Here's our Why Guy.
For many, it is a light at the end of the dark pandemic tunnel. A needle to the arm is like winning the lottery.
This is the first time I feel some joy and some hope.
While vaccines bring encouragement, medical experts are tapping the brakes on the rush back to normal.
Vaccines alone will not get us to the end of this pandemic.
The light is there, but many say the tunnel is still long. Let's look at why the vaccine is not a quick fix to this global pandemic. The global aspect is a major concern. The United States is inching toward the day vaccines are available to everyone. Some countries are just now beginning their vaccine campaigns.
We have to vaccinate the world, and that is going to be a challenge. Will it end the pandemic in the U.S.? Yeah, it may be, but there may still be a raging pandemic in Mexico and Brazil.
Even in the U.S., many are hesitant when offered the vaccine. Healthcare experts believe at least 70% of the world will need to develop immunity, either naturally or through the vaccine, to severely damage the virus's ability to spread.
There's absolutely uncertainty about the length of the immunity, both in terms of natural immunity and the immunity from the vaccine.
Medical experts believe a vaccine will likely keep you from getting sick, but you can still transmit the virus to someone else. Harry Hyman of Georgia State University School of Public Health says the vaccine is reason to celebrate.
You should celebrate by continuing to be socially responsible and respectful, by continuing to wear a mask.
The big celebration will come at the end of the tunnel.
When does newscasters get it? Hey, how are you going to be rushing home to walk the dog? I understand. I don't think you're going to need a jacket at all. Is she wearing a jacket? Yeah, there's a big question mark right there. Jacket, no jacket. I don't think you're going to need it. Temperatures will be in the 50s, close to where they are right now by the time you get home and the sun starts to set. Now, during the afternoon, we'll get up to 67 degrees for an afternoon high. It's going to be very, very nice out there. Mostly sunny skies, no clouds at all, and our winds will begin to shift later this afternoon to the south, but it will stay around 5 miles per hour or less because high pressure is just about to the north of us right now. You can see throughout the southeast, nothing going on. The clock is moving. Look at that. but there's nothing going on over us. We're just checking temperatures today. That's it. Temperatures are in the 60s just about everywhere you look right now. 61 in Canton and Marietta, 60 over toward Rome. You're at 61 degrees in Dalton. A couple of 50s up here to the far north. In fact, the cool spot is Clayton at 55, 59 in Covington, 62 degrees in Peachtree City, 63 over toward LaGrange at the current tower. The Wizometer is how we rate your weather on a scale from 1 to 11, with 11 being the most perfect day we can have for this time of year. Almost there. After a 34-degree start, which was very chilly for us, we've had temperatures in the 20s in some spots. We'll see those temperatures rise into the 60s. We should be around 62 or 63 this time of year, so that's a little bit above our average. And like yesterday, if you liked yesterday's forecast, then today it's a little bit warmer out there. It's still very comfortable. I like it like this. You know, anything around 73 or below, let's start getting up there a little bit. You know what happens around here. We're looking at, again, the southeast looking very, very nice. That high pressure I talked about, there it is just to the north of us. Winds light coming to us out of the east right now. East, northeast wind, about 5 miles per hour or less. And again, this high pressure will start to slide over toward the east, and we'll get back into a southerly flow, similar to what you're seeing over here toward Memphis, over toward Arkansas. We'll get in on some of that, and that's going to help to boost those temperatures up as well, along with the sunshine that we're going to experience this week. All right, here's our forecast track model. You can follow along with the time right there at the top of the screen. Notice how it tries to bring in a few clouds up here, mainly to our northernmost counties, but that won't be until after the sun sets. And so much of the day, we'll just experience the sunshine, looking pretty good. You'll start off Tuesday with mostly sunny skies. I think we're going to hold on to it through mid-morning. It won't be until around noon that we'll start to see some clouds beginning to move into the forecast area. Now look back off to the west. You can see those clouds covering all the way up to Mississippi. No green coming out of those clouds at all. No rainfall associated with it at all. And so it will be a dry forecast for us, despite the fact we'll have a mix of sun and clouds through the rest of the afternoon. Partly sunny skies, what we'll call it, right? Those clouds quickly move out. We'll get the sunshine in for the start of the day on Wednesday. It will be another cool start for us with temperatures in the 40s, but notice back off to the west. Once again, we do have a line of clouds that will be making its way toward us. No rain coming out of those clouds at all. In fact, I think we'll still wind up with mostly sunny skies on Wednesday. Won't be until Thursday that you'll see a few more clouds move back in. Partly sunny skies will be the call for our Thursday, but again, notice no rain. Not to worry about any rain associated with this at all. And so that's the way our forecast is going to wind up shaping up for the rest of the week. Let me recap it for you here in the 7-day outlook. It shows 67 degrees for the high temperature today, 68 for tomorrow with a few more clouds coming in during the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies for our Wednesday, and that temperature getting up to near 70. Nice. 72 degrees. It's about at the limit, right? You're looking at a beautiful day as well. Again, I think we'll have partly sunny skies. Friday the same, but temperatures up to about 75 degrees. And as we head into the weekend, it gets even warmer, up to 77. Wow, starting to get up there, and you know those pollen numbers will get up there as well. Christy, back over to you.
That's a good looking forecast. Thank you, Chesley. Just moments ago, Governor Kemp spoke at Gwinnett Place Mall. The site is vaccinating 1,800 people a day, every day this week, and now teachers are part of that group. Tracy A. McPeer is live there for the governor's visit. Tracy, you listened to Governor Kemp just a moment ago. What did he say?
And he had a lot to say about numbers across the state and also right here. Now, of course, they just toured this site. It's an old Sears at the Gwinnett Place Mall. And as you said, they can vaccinate 1,800 people a day. And they're doing that every day this week. And of course, starting today, that number includes teachers and caregivers for the developmentally delayed. Now, each day at the site, as they're doing that, they're also booking the second appointment right away so they don't have to deal with those challenges later on. Now, after Governor Kemp toured the site, he says that it's efficient and it's well done.
We had a great walkthrough inside. Very impressive what this team is doing. They're school nurses working in conjunction with the regular folks that have been here the last several weeks to help the expanded criteria and help get our teachers educated, as well as those other eligible Jordans. Very impressive process that they have here.
Now, of course, he mentioned that the school nurses were here on hand. That's just one of the ways they're trying to vaccinate as many teachers as possible. Now, we spoke to a number of those teachers as they come out after being vaccinated. And across the board, everyone says that they are grateful and also very relieved.
All right, Tracy, thank you for that update live from Gwinnett. Almost exactly a year after many states locked down and put COVID restrictions in place, many cities and states are opening back up right as spring break arrives. Florida beaches were packed with crowds over the weekend. NBC's Sam Brock has a look.
This morning, perfect blue skies and aqua-colored water are pulling waves of people to Miami Beach over spring break.
Honestly, everyone's like almost piled up on top of each other here.
Causing concern, months of progress on COVID could be undone, even as some visitors distinguish between risky behavior and relaxation.
You're not really breathing someone else's air. If you go to a restaurant, let's be honest, I mean, you're on top of everybody.
Up the coast, Bike Week at Daytona Beach is expected to drive around 400,000 people to the city, as mutant strains like the UK variant, so plentiful in Florida, could find new homes.
Do people need to understand they can come here and then go home and essentially export these variants or virus to their own communities?
You have to be concerned about furthering the spread of these variants by people coming to Florida and not taking those precautions.
Sunday night's NBA All-Star Game in Atlanta, pushing crowds to pack clubs for special events not sanctioned by the league. While a college party near the University of Colorado Boulder attracted hundreds of unmasked students before a SWAT team broke things up.
You are ordered to leave the area.
It all comes as the debate over masking fires up. In Boise, Idaho, where face coverings are required, more than 100 people burned theirs in protest, even children getting involved.
Destroy them!
Divisions on display as more states loosen their restrictions. Arizona joining Mississippi and Texas, removing capacity limits on restaurants, gyms, and theaters. And after a year in the dark, New York City movie theaters are printing tickets once again.
I feel excited and happy and glad.
12:21 on your Monday. When we come back, sometimes the best time to launch a project is when you have everything to lose. Next, how a local mom was able to find inspiration out of necessity.
Ramifications.
Morning news should be both informative and fun.
Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us. Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy.
With the pandemic, we have seen record numbers of businesses forced to shut down. Not a very optimistic time to open up shop. But March is Women's History Month, a time to honor women who not only made history, but also made it possible for future generations. And today we want to take a moment to be mindful of the risks those women took, realizing that sometimes when you have everything to lose, it's really the best time to launch. Natasha Nelson is a lot of things. A military vet and spouse, an autistic mom of 2 autistic girls, an advocate, a coach, and now a small business owner. She started her business as a positive parenting coach in June of 2020, smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. Turns out the pandemic gave her reason to launch.
You know, some people would take the challenges you faced and say, use those as excuses, every reason why they shouldn't start a business. What inspired you to say, no, this is the time I really need to go for it?
Mostly because with the pandemic and with knowing that my children have autism, I didn't see a way. I've always been a person of you have to make a way out, and I didn't see this ending anytime soon. And then everybody just always asks me questions about what I did with my girls and how I parented my girls and the different sensory things that I put online. Sensory baskets to give you an idea for the sensory baskets. And someone was like, you should be making money from this. Like, this is your calling. Like, you're already doing it.
So she started Supernova Momma from her Stone Mountain home, giving peeks into her daily life with 2 Black autistic daughters and the struggles and joys that come with it.
The idea that a child has to feel bad to want to do better is crazy to me, because if I feel bad, I don't want to do better. Our mission is to break the generational curses from both ableism and from systemic ableism and racism in America with how we parent.
She's breaking barriers in all directions. A census survey shows almost 90% of small businesses experienced a negative effect due to COVID-19. The decline among Black owners, nearly 3 times the decline among others, Black women especially. And Natasha will tell you, it's not easy.
They try to make it funny, and it's not necessarily funny. It's kind of hard.
But hard has never stopped her before. And to any other woman thinking of stepping out on her own, she says,
do it. Women are the future. No, no, we really are, but truly do it.
And fun. Gone are the days where we're speaking at you. On Morning Rush, we're speaking with you.
So connect with us. Talk to us.
Think of it as a conversation.
Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
Quick, open your phone camera right now, aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Morning news should be informative and fun.
Yeah, and we do that here on Morning Rush with Verify, Connect the Dots, Why Guy, and more.
We love learning about new things and sharing them with you.
We make the news make sense.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
The Negro people had to leave. They were told to get out.
White only, no black!
1912, all but one issue has been erased.
We haven't had none up here since the 1st of the century.
What's the importance of making sure this history isn't erased?
So that it doesn't happen again.
Is your morning routine feeling a little routine?
Then mix it up.
Morning Rush is different.
It's the fast-paced news you need
With all the energy of your morning coffee.
Come see the difference on Morning Rush, weekdays on 11Alive.
Weather can't run from the all-new 11Alive Thunder Truck, a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Here in Atlanta, bad weather means bad traffic. A few drops of rain could destroy a commute. But that's where my man Crash Clark comes in. I go street level, he goes next level. Together, we make sure you get to work on time. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive. Hey, quick, open up your phone camera right now. Aim it at the screen to download 11Alive's new and improved app. This QR code will take you right to the App Store or Google Play. One simple tap gives you enhanced radar, street-level zoom, and severe weather alerts. It's just that easy.
Atlanta roads are my thing. ITP, OTP, Ponce, Piedmont, all the peach trees. Combined with Chesley's street level forecast, that's a lot of tech and experience to help your commute.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 on 11Alive.
We're quite the combo.
All right, it's time to shout out my dogs now. UGA's Joni Taylor makes another mark on history as one of 2 Black head coaches in the SEC Women's Championship game. UGA played the University of South Carolina on Sunday, and for the first time ever, both head coaches were Black women. South Carolina's coach Dawn Staley said what people saw gives Black women hope. And although Taylor was disappointed her team, the dogs, couldn't pull out the win, she says she is grateful young people have a different perspective moving forward when it comes to seeing Black head coaches. USC won 67-62 to take home the SEC championship. But you know, it's nice to be able to pull for people on both sides here. All right, thanks for joining us this midday. We'll see you.
Still spreading in Georgia. Now get facts, not fear, at 11alive.com/COVID numbers. Track cases by county using our interactive map and get the latest health department data. Visit 11alive.com/COVID numbers.
health experts fear we're just at the start of another surge.
Residents here are some of the first seniors to get the vaccine.
This epidemic can come to an end.
We do have a flash flood warning that just popped up here.
The fallout of this is just